We're the Beachside Bros. It's game day here in Jacksonville, and today we're going to serve up one of my personal favorites, smoked chicken wings that are flash fried. I was telling a work colleague of mine about my smoked chicken wings a couple years ago, and he said, have you ever flash fried them to finish it off? And I said, I've never even heard of that. These are next level. So we're going to be smoking the wings, flash frying them, and we're also going to have a honey chipotle sauce, some franks, and some homemade blue cheese. And as a side, we're going to be making homemade beer battered onion rings. I can't wait for this one, guys. This is going to be unbelievable. Let's get going. Hey guys, like I said earlier, I am so excited about today's recipe. Fried chicken wings, any type of fried chicken for me, it's my favorite meal. If I'm going to check out, I know I'm kicking the bucket, my last meal is going to be some type of fried chicken. Today we're doing smoked wings that are flash fried, homemade beer battered onion rings. They're going to have a spicy ketchup with it, and the chicken, we're going to do a couple sauces. I don't think we need sauce with this, but just, for those of you that like sauces, we're doing a honey chipotle, homemade blue cheese, and then of course we're doing the Frank's Red Hot with the butter, which is always my favorite. So what we've got here, we've got some wings, the drummies and the flats, they're already cut. I get them from Costco, it's the best way to go. And all we're going to do is we're going to dry them out a little bit. You don't want them wet going on the smoker. You want them to be a little bit dry. Your rub's still going to stick on it, but when you drop it in the fryer, it's going to just have get the skin a little crispy. So we're just going to dry them out a little bit, nothing too crazy. And again, at Beachside Bros, not an exact science. We're going to do a couple of different rubs. You can experiment with whatever you want. So we've got blacks. Now this is a concentrated rub. These guys are out of Texas. This stuff is great. Don't put a ton on. This is more for a traditional barbecue flavor, which I'm going to do on one side. And this one is my personal favorite on these right now. It's the Margaritaville Calypso Rub. And it's got some citrus, some sweet, and it's just really good. You've got the applewood, the smoke. It's a nice fruity smoke, very versatile. Not going to overpower the chicken wings with the smoke. Not going to overpower it with the rub. But man, I'm so excited about these today, I tell you. I think these are good. We got a little bit of dryness going on. You're not going to get all of it out, but I think we're okay. Like I said, we're going to go half and half here. Let's see. Again, don't go too crazy with this. I'm going to go each side. Like I said, we're going to do half and half. And while I'm doing this, we're going to talk about, first of all, I want to give a shout out, a thank you to Teresa Bellissimo at Anchor Bar, 1964. You guys know where I'm going. The original buffalo wing. This is how it was created. She accidentally ordered chicken wings instead of chicken neck. Now they used to use chicken neck for her husband Frank's world famous or very famous spaghetti sauce, and she accidentally ordered chicken wings. She wanted to send the chicken wings back to the vendor. Her husband Frank said, no, we're not going to do that. Figure something out. And man, did she ever figure something out. Later that night, she took the wings and the drumettes, unbreaded, and she deep fried them. She had some of Frank's sauce, hence Frank's famous Red Hot sauce. Put that on there with some celery and blue cheese, and a legend was born. I've been up there. I went to Anchor Bar a couple years ago, and I tell you what, it is unbelievable. Fantastic chicken wings. So thank you, Teresa Bellissimo, for starting this legend. And put some Calypso Rub over here. Again, we can put a little bit more of this than the blacks. The blacks is concentrated. Just the citrus flavor, for some reason on the smoker, the citrus on these is just, it does something special to it. I can't really explain it. No real measuring. Beachside Bros, we're not too exact. But again, experiment with what you like. Do what you like. Put as much on as you like. And what we're going to do is we're going to smoke them for about an hour, 15 minutes. Get them close to the 165. Don't have to be too exact, because if they're under, then the deep fryer is going to bring up the temperature. And if they're a little bit over, it's okay. We're going to be frying today in peanut oil. Peanut oil has a nice neutral flavor. Got to make sure you get it up to the 375. If you don't get it up to that level, if you have it lower than that, the chicken wings are going to absorb the grease. It's going to be kind of soppy. You're not going to want to do that. If it's too hot, the grease oxidizes and the chicken skin gets a little rubbery. So you got to be sure you got to have it at that temperature. And again, we're only flash frying it. So let's get smoking. See you guys out there.
All right, guys, we are at the smoker. Again, we're running a Weber 18.5-inch Smoky Mountain. We told you earlier in the intro that we're going to be running this grill kind of hot. We're a little over 300 degrees, but we still got clean smoke. Dame, I'm going to go ahead and lift the lid. If you want to start talking about the wings, we'll get going.
And it's okay to be hot, like Ken said. I mean, Meyer Mixon, world champion barbecue smoke master, he cooks now everything about 320, even higher. It goes a lot faster. Again, these wings, they're small. It doesn't really matter the heat. Just keep an eye on it. Obviously, the higher the heat, the longer the smoke, or the shorter the smoke. And I'm hanging out with Ken, so I probably want to make this go as fast as possible because I got other stuff to do. But the wings, on the wings, if you want to, you can brine them. Obviously, if you're doing like a big bird, like a turkey, even some other, some chicken breast, brine them. You don't necessarily need to with the wings. You can, it's not gonna hurt anything. I am lazy, I did not brine these. Again, not gonna take anything away, but the brine will add some flavor. But again, I'm lazy, it's Beachside Bros. I'm here to hang out, drink some beers. We got some football starting, we got the Jaguars starting here in about an hour.
We're mostly excited about that.
No, I mean, we haven't won a game. Our coach is on the hot seat, literally.
Yeah.
Just another weekend in Jacksonville, baby.
Front and back hot seat.
Yikes, okay. We went there. We went
right there. So the other thing you're going to see here on the smoker, like we mentioned earlier, we're doing 2 episodes at one time. We've got the roasted garlic, 2 roasted garlic bulbs that we're smoking up. Not only roasting, we wanted to add some smoke flavor to them. We're going to use that in an aioli that we're making with Duke's mayonnaise for our bison burgers, which is going to be episode 3.
All right, here we are. We're going to make some homemade blue cheese dressing. I love blue cheese with wings. I don't like ranch. If you like ranch, just turn it off because it's only blue cheese and wings. Jaguar just scored a touchdown. We're rocking and rolling here. I've got some local beer. I've got some I-10 IPA from Intuition Brewery here by the stadium. And it's super easy, this homemade blue cheese. I've already added or mixed everything so you didn't have to sit through it. I've added mayo, a 1/3 cup mayo, a 1/3 cup sour cream, and 2 tablespoons heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Again, I'm not exactly sure the quantities. This is Beachside Bros. I kind of just threw stuff together. We've got some blue cheese, and I'm gonna add a 1/3 cup of buttermilk, the good stuff. And what you do is you just kind of mix it around, mash it to the coarseness or the thickness of the blue cheese that you like. That's about good right there. Got some decent sized chunks. And we'll mix the rest in with it. Again, we're good. This is a good size or a good chunk size right here. That's good. Not a restaurant, you're allowed to do that. And I'm gonna mix the rest of this stuff in with it. We're gonna mix this up, get it all over the apron. And this is it. We're gonna let it sit. Ideally, you want it to chill for 4 hours at least. We've got about an hour before we eat, so we're just gonna kind of let this sit. And that's it. Super easy homemade blue cheese. All right, we are going to make some honey chipotle sauce. Like I said, I don't think these wings need anything. These are great. My neighbor Mike from across the street, he knows when I'm doing these wings, and he always like looks around and he comes and he grabs some. They're so good without anything, but for those of you that like sauce, here we go, honey chipotle sauce. So what we do is we're gonna take a 2/3 cup of honey. Again, Beachside Bros. I don't even know if Ken owns measuring cups. So I'm just gonna pour, it's 12 ounces, I don't know, maybe half of it in here. Let's see, here we go, pouring it in. That looks maybe a little more than half. Love honey, so good. So next, we are going to take a 1/4 cup of water. Again, this is the only measuring cup I found in this entire house. It's a 1/2 cup, 3rd grade math, 1/4 cup. All right, we're putting that in there. We're gonna do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Didn't know what a tablespoon is around here, so I'm just gonna pour it in. That looks about right. Splash it all over Ken's counter so he has to clean it later. Maybe put a little bit more in there. I don't think that was good enough. Then we're going to add some 2 tablespoons or teaspoons of ground chipotle powder to give the chipotle flavor in there. About right. And let's see what else we have. That's it. We're going to boil it And it's gonna thicken up a little bit, and we're gonna boil it, and we're gonna put it on the wings. It's gonna be fantastic. And boil it for a couple minutes, just simmer it, and then it's gonna be fantastic. So that's it. So we have our recipes in front of us, and I apparently don't read good and stuff, and I forgot.
Or well.
Yes, the ketchup. So it calls for a 1/4 cup of ketchup. Again, I'm just gonna, go on here. That looks like about a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna add it in, I'm gonna mix it up. You're gonna boil it for a couple minutes, just get it going, and then simmer it, and it's gonna be great. We're making handmade recipes today. We're about to make handmade beer battered onion rings. Ken, if you want to start cutting, we've got a sweet onion. So we're gonna cut them about a 1/4 inch thick. And then we're gonna hit them with some batter, throw them in the fryer. They only take a couple minutes to fry. These are easy. They're quick. And again, if you don't want to use something from the freezer section, I mean, this is unbelievable. So we've got this with the wings. We've got some spicy, I already mixed it up. We have about a 1/2 cup of ketchup with a couple teaspoons of hot sauce. I love hot sauce, so I kind of kicked up the recipe. Really spicy. You dip the rings in this. It's game day in Jacksonville. This is what we do. We lose football games. We make great food because there's nothing else to do. So Ken, we see what he's doing. He cut them about a 1/4 inch thick, breaking them up, and we're gonna hit them. What we're gonna do is we're gonna dust them in some flour first, no seasoning in here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that. We're gonna put we've got salt, pepper, garlic powder, and paprika, probably about 2 tablespoons of paprika.
Smoked paprika.
Nice, thank you, Ken. A tablespoon or teaspoon of garlic powder, some salt and pepper to your tasting. Again, I love salt, Ken not so much. Just a little bit in here, and then we're gonna finish it after we take them out of the fryer, put some salt in there, and mix it up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add, the recipe calls for a 1.5 cups of beer. So Stella Artois is almost a 1.5 cups. You're supposed to whisk it in, and then you let it sit for 10 minutes so the ingredients can meld and mesh, and it can rise a little bit. Thank you, sir. And we're gonna start whisking it in. All right, so what we do, we're whisking this in. I'm gonna show the camera down here. And you're gonna get a nice batter going. It is gonna sit for about 10 minutes. We've got the fryer going to 375. Again, you wanna get the temperature correct, because if it's too low, the onion rings are gonna get soggy. Too high, it's gonna not be good. So you're gonna burn them. All right, man, that smells so good. It smells so good. All right, so that's it. We're gonna let this sit for 10 minutes, throw them in the fryer. See you out there. All right, we are ready to go. These wings have been on for about an hour and a half or so. You can just tell by looking at them. We're not gonna stick a temperature thermometer in there. You can tell they're ready to rock and roll. So we're just gonna throw some in, and we're gonna flash fry them. Again, it's personal preference how long you want to throw them in the fryer, how crispy you want them. If you want them very crispy, you obviously leave them in longer. You can just tell by the color that they're ready to go. And we are gonna flash fry these bad boys for a couple of minutes. Wait for this sound. Nice, clean. Again, we've got some peanut oil. The peanut oil is a neutral flavor. It has a higher smoke point due to the high saturated fatty acids. Again, it's up to you what you want to use. If you want a lower price point, you use canola oil, vegetable oil. I'm a peanut oil fan. It's a couple bucks more per gallon. But yeah, we're gonna flash fry these, and Ken's getting a plate, and when we take them off, get ready. They're awesome.
Got the red light.
Scene episode 2, scene 8, take 1.
All right, I'm here with my little man, Riley. You having a good day today, brother?
Yeah.
I love cooking with this kid. He has been so great. I just love this little boy, except for his Barcelona shirt. But we're here.
You're the meanest.
I am the meanest. So we've got what we do with the onion rings. We cut them. Ken cut them earlier. We have just plain flour, and now we've got that batter with the beer and the spices and the flour. So what we do, we put them in here. It's gonna only be a few minutes. The key thing, I made this mistake so many times. Do not just put these straight into the wire basket. They will stick. I did this 2 days ago and it was a disaster. So I learned. So what you do is you drop the basket and then you put the onion rings in. They're only going to take a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes. The oil is about $3.75 right now. But you do not put them directly on the wire basket, and also do not have them touch, because if they touch, they're all going to stick together. So you got to kind of measure your the amount you put in there. I think those just touched, but that's okay.
No, they didn't.
Okay, thank you, Riley. Thank you for the update. Okay, well, we're good. I don't want to put any more in here to overload it again. I don't want them to touch. We'll be back with you in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. So we're pulling these off. These look amazing. The color is great. I did not do a good job of getting fresh tongs out. So what I'm gonna do, try not to burn my kid. You're fine, Riley. Scoot over a little bit this way, please.
Yeah.
All right, no, this way, over here. You're fine. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna touch you. And we've got these onion rings here. Oh man, these look so good. Oh, one goes down. One's down. We're not gonna eat that one. I'll eat it later. But here we go. Let's show this camera over here. The batter, the golden color. Cooked at about 375 for literally about 2 minutes. And we've got the spicy mustard. Again, a half a cup of tomato ketchup, obviously. And a couple teaspoons of hot sauce. And there you go. We're gonna get some more on and keep going.
Bye-bye. See you later.
All right, here we are after, I don't know, 6 hours of cooking and filming. Here we are.
Multiple shows.
This is awesome. We've got our onion rings. We've got our chicken wings that are smoked and then flash fried. I may have been nibbling. They're unbelievable. We've got our spicy ketchup. All of this is homemade. We've got our hot sauce, our Franks with butter. We've got our Chipotle honey. I'm forgetting something.
Me too. Big old Frank here.
The homemade blue cheese as well. So
Oh, yeah.
we have all of this, all homemade. It's delicious. The only thing left, I know, I'm sad that Jags lost too, Drippy. I'm sad too, but I expected
The
it.
dog is not happy.
Yeah. So all that's left to do is let's eat.
Let's dig in.
Let's do it. So
Dude, I want the blue cheese.
yeah, go for it,
I
man.
definitely want some blue cheese on the onion rings.
So I'm a Frank's guy, but I've been dipping my finger in this honey Chipotle. There's so many layers with the honey, the Chipotle. It's just so good. It's just so good. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna make a mess over Ken's kitchen, and he's gonna clean it. So
Yeah. I'm gonna give this a little stir.
yeah.
The fridge, we were outside. Talking with my mouth full.
Oh my God,
And
that's freaking good.
the blue cheese
That's good.
has kind of congealed, but man, that's what blue cheese dressing
Put in the,
should look like right there. It's actually blue.
and it's very easy. It doesn't take any time. You can do it yourself, and you know, based on volume, it's cheaper than what you pay for it in the supermarket. So experiment, have fun with it. Drink some beers, watch some football, eat some wings, make some blue cheese. Have some fun with it.
Like, subscribe, comment.
So if you like what we're doing, we're gonna be up on Instagram, Facebook, all that very soon. We're just getting started. But seriously, tell us what you like, what you don't like, subscribe. Let's keep this party going.
Recipes in the description below.